Hello there! Welcome, Internet. It's
Hello.
Scuba and I for another night of hanging out. As you can tell, we're suffering the quarantine in the best way we can, keeping the group small, and just hanging out. So, Ryan, what you been up to?
Social distancing myself from hysteria. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, just doing the normal things, but, remotely. Work remotely. Still going out. Like, at least in our state, they still, tell you to live your normal life. Go do the things, but just keep your distance. But, other than that, I'm still doing the normal stuff.
Yeah.
Lots of gaming, lots of watching Netflix and all the streaming services. So this time is giving me time to catch up on a lot of shows.
Yeah.
A lot of shows.
Definitely the era of streaming.
This is definitely the time when we nerds are at our prime because we have ways to entertain ourselves.
You're working from home. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. But I have my Xbox, I have my PS4, I have all my streaming services, and the park's down the street if I need to go run for a couple hours. So,
which they were saying, it's a good thing to get out if you're working remotely. Take the time to get out and be active because working remotely, you're inherently going to be less active.
Sedentary.
Yeah.
So,
isolations can develop anxiety and all that stuff. You got to get out.
Yeah. All right. Well, as you can tell, we have Saladin and Volgraza hanging out with us again. And as you can see saw from the opening bit, the table, it's like there's not really a whole lot to talk about because, to be honest, the world seems to have shut down. So all of the cool things we would normally talk about aren't really here. However, we do have some things we can chat about, so figured we'd try a new format for the show.
Yes.
And that is pull out a board game, play a board game, kind of just shoot the breeze as we play the board game, and go from there. But first thing we're going to kick off with is, as usual, Rye has somehow found a way to do some movie reviews.
Yes, I did.
So first we'll do a quick, what's everybody been up to in their various stages of quarantine. Let's talk with Rye. So, Graza, what about you? What you been up to in your quarantine state?
Well, basically, it's similar to before the quarantine, actually. Since I don't have a vehicle and Sal uses the vehicle mostly to go to work, I do, I'll wake up in the morning, I'll, do some computer work, I'll practice some of my drawing techniques, and then usually around noon or so, I'll go for a walk. And if I feel like I want something from the store, I'll walk to the store. Or if I feel like getting some more burn some calories or really try to increase my endurance, I'll go to the park right down the road and just walk around it 3 or 4 times and then come back and
So essentially nothing's really changed
for me. No, but I can tell you that a lot of people are still going out and walking, and most of the people that I've encountered along the way are in high spirits. So, I'm like, hey, how's it going? It's a beautiful day today. And they're like, yeah, it sure is. Nice breeze. Feels good. Everyone seems to be pretty chill. Despite, other, the world as we know it changing, not ending, but definitely changing.
Hey, Mayflower. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, welcome.
All right.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
What about you, Saladin? What kind of shenanigans have you been up to in quarantine?
Working. I use that term loosely.
Especially
wake up.
There. Especially there.
Yeah. But
no comment, people.
Quarantine has been interesting because I did actually go to work one day.
Yeah, that was
on Tuesday of last week when everything all started. I went to work because I felt bad for not going Monday, and everybody else did, or so I thought. Drove into work, and it was early. It was about 7:30, 8 o'clock, which normally people at work don't get there until 9:30, and I'm like, okay, no problem. We're gonna have less people. Yeah. When I went out to go kill my lungs at about 10 o'clock, figured most people were going to be there, I walked out, looked out, and I could count on 2 hands how many, and that's giving away more. And that was it. That was everybody. By noon, I talked to my boss, and he's like, why'd you go to work? So,
I have to be here.
With that, Oh no, he wasn't even there.
Oh!
No,
Yeah.
see, technically, an email came out Thursday prior
Yeah.
saying
That said it was volunteer. Yeah.
the email came out saying, "Hey, work from home if you can." Friday, it was for my team. We had discussed that it was like strongly advised to go and take advantage of it. It's like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So then talking to him. Now, last week we didn't do a stream or anything because originally we had planned to take the week off to do St. Patrick's Day. And of course, everything went to crazy, and then it's like there's nowhere to go, and it's just like, okay.
Side note,
But-
I celebrated 14 years of marriage on St. Patrick's Day.
Yay!
Thank you.
But other than that, other than the quarantine, so when I've been not working, I have been working on a special project, me and Volg, and working on that. So here in the near future, probably a week, probably the end of the week, I'll have a testing of it.
They're working for the
So-
titles with
Nice.
icons.
Yeah.
He always
But-
forgets the icons.
Oh no, I don't forget the icons. I've been mentioning it to someone every day.
That
Oh.
I get to be the one to make them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now
Yeah.
I get it. Now
But-
I get it.
Otherwise, because as he's doing his practicing, it made me realize that I'm kind of losing a lot of the skills I had for writing code. Whereas I can read code, but I can't write it as well as I used to.
Well, so with a lot of things, if a technical skill like that, if you're not
Yep.
actively doing it, after a while you start to lose the nuance. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm sure some of the core concepts of writing a program are there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just some of those nuances.
Implemented
Yeah.
it, yeah.
So writing that out has been kind of fun and hurts my brain a lot.
Reactivating those neurons.
But I've also watched so much YouTube that I've watched all of it to a point where I can't really watch anything interesting anymore.
What?
All the cat
Are you-
videos?
Caught up on all the
Somebody out there
interesting
hearing
things.
this, Saladin says he's watched everything on YouTube.
I've
Spelling
watched all the
shenanigans.
interesting
things.
Shenanigans.
calling-
in my
Fake
interests.
Oh,
Fake news.
In my interests.
really? When you go in there and when you open up YouTube and it says that recommended, yours says sorry, can't come up with anything.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
You have reached
You
the
have
end.
watched
Go
it.
back.
Congratulations.
Please remake
you
your
beat the
playlist.
game.
it's like that joke a while back. It's like I've reached the edge of the internet. There's
Yeah.
nothing else.
There's
Well,
nothing here.
Yeah.
Return.
Not even memes are here.
Return to sender.
Yeah. But otherwise, not much has been going on. I've tried to play some games, but really haven't interested me because my brain has been into the project too much.
So you need to play something like Factoro or something where it's building.
Nope, I couldn't even do that. I tried Space Engineers again, and I was more thinking about the project while I was building, so yeah.
I'm gonna put this here, and then maybe I can make a script.
Yeah,
While I'm thinking
pretty
about
much.
this- While I'm thinking about this script, maybe I can implement this one thing in the
Yep.
program. Oh, yeah. Hey, so what are you doing? Oh,
Nothing.
I'm
Nothing. Nothing.
digging a hole.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how that flows. Conversation flows. But real quick before we get into the board game, we're gonna go over movies. So do that. Turn this. That way that nobody talks over the microphone.
What? Nobody talks over the microphone, but that's what the microphones are meant for. Is to talk over them.
So,
Technically, we're talking
Yes.
in parallel to them, but not over them.
He's learning.
Spatially.
it's fair. It's fair.
In sync.
Alrighty. First movie on our list tonight, I, Tonya. This was something you really reviewed last week, but
Yes.
since we didn't have a stream, we didn't talk about it. So, Rye, tell us about I,
Okay.
Tonya.
Well, this goes back to my old school rewind segment. where with the movie theaters being closed and I have a backlog of older movies, I was like, let me bring that back and just work through that catalog. So this is the first one in it, I, Tonya. Came out a couple years ago, and it stars Margot Robbie as Tonya Harding. So you watched her rise and fall through the figure skating world, but through a combination of, backstory development, interview, exposition with families and other people that were involved, and the incident. So it's a mixture of, satire and drama, but within a true story element of, of an outline storytelling.
Okay.
So basically you get to see not only the incident, but also everything that led up to that incident, and you come to a realization that not everything is what it seemed. And there was a lot more factors into what led to that incident that really didn't involve Tonya Harding herself.
Okay.
So
what are some of the strong things about it? This sounds like a biopic. So what
yeah,
are some of the strong
it's a
elements?
pseudo biopic, but it's told through segments and interviews.
Okay.
So it is a biopic of sorts. But it's like the interviews is like the expositional element that set up the scenes that lead from childhood, her fight to try to be recognized through the figure skating world. When she gets to the top, comes crashing down because of the
incident.
Yeah, incident. So the strongest parts of this film is the actors and actresses. Like Margot Robbie is probably her best role to date that I've seen her in.
And this is a movie that came out how long ago?
2 years ago. 2017, 2018.
Okay.
I can't remember the actual date, but yeah, this is the one where I think she was up for either Best Supporting Actress or Best Actress that year for this role. But yeah, she lives and breathes Tonya Harding in this role. Like you feel her, her flaws, her ambition to be, the top figure skater in the world, and also just being herself within this. It's like a fish out of water because they all want her to look the part, but she's not the part of a figure skater, and just her fighting against the norm of just being herself, but focusing on her, her skills, because she is really good at figure skating. She's the only woman to hit the triple axel, only U.S. figure skater to hit the triple axel, ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So.
All right. So what's a weak point of the film?
The weak point is it has a very obvious predictable beat of a biopic. Outside of knowing the story, that's not where the predictability comes on. It's like it just hits beat by beat. Like, facing this challenge, overcome, reaching this, coming downfall. But they predicate that outline on the actual story. So you get engrossed in the actual story, so that predictability never really wanes from the enjoyment because it stays focused on the characters and the flaws of the relationships and the humans involved. And just a side note, the husband, Jeff, is played by Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier, and he is by far, outside of the Winter Soldier, this is probably his best acting role to date that I've seen him in. Like, he is really good. Like, you hate him because he's a very abusive husband. So.
Okay. So, what are we calling it?
Overall, this was a very enjoyable biopic. It definitely hit some strides, but being that it plays along that basic beat by beat biopic kind of drum, outside of the strong acting, it's still an average experience. So I gave it a 3 out of 5 theater discount whenever you can get to the theaters, if ever. But this is on Blu-ray, so you can check it out. Right?
Oh, Blu-ray. Okay. All right, and movie number 2. We're kind of rushing through this to get to that game because y'all see that game. You want to see what happens.
Oh yeah.
Our second film is Emma.
And because of the theaters being closed, this was offered on demand, which would have been in theaters, and I would probably saw it there. But on demand makes it convenient. Watch it at home. So.
Yeah, because I saw this come up. It was like the rental on this right now.
Yes.
If you were to go through your streaming service, is going to be like $20 to rent this film right now. But
unlimited refills.
So let's find out if we should do this. So Rod, tell us about Emma.
All right, Emma is a period piece focused on a famed Jane Austen novel of the same name. This has been made before, so this is technically like a remake of sorts.
Okay.
But they kind of modernize it in a way where it's still a period piece. It's still focused on the character Emma, but it uses a lot of dialogue-driven modern satire to show how she likes to just get involved with her other people's affairs, like her friends' affairs. She wants to be Miss Matchmaker and just throw shade everywhere here and there. But it's done through that old English dialogue, but in a modern sense.
Okay.
So you get to see interactions and developments happen through a slice of life mentality of things. Nothing is like force-fed with exposition. Nothing is driven by circumstance. It's just you drop into her life, you see what she is involved with, and you just watch her as she goes and gets involved with all these other affairs because she's just a selfish girl that wants to get involved with everything.
So what's the strong point of the film?
The strong point is actually the irony of her situation is because even though she likes to get involved and she has a very selfish mentality, there's sincerity in her motives. She wants the best for everybody involved around her, like from her brother-in-law to her father to this her best friend. She's looking. She has the sincerity, the best intentions, but it's just driven blindly by her selfishness.
So what's a weak point of the film?
The weak point of the film is that it does take some time to kick in. Like when you first start, like I would say the first 20 minutes, you're just kind of like in this like looseness, lostness mentality because it's a period piece. You know the novel. If you've read the novel, you kind of won't get lost, but like you will have a lostness because you're not.
So it's a slow burn.
It's a scatterbrain in the first act, but once it starts focusing on Emma and her relationship with Mr. Knightley, then things start to kick in, and then the subtle satire humor starts to make you laugh, and all the darkly things, and just the obnoxious and unpredictable things that happen.
Okay.
Like, you might expect this romance thing, and then something swerves that makes you just laugh out loud because of just the unpredictability of human interaction.
Alright, so if they were still in theaters, what would you rate it?
If it was still in theaters... overall, this was I am a sucker for period pieces. That aside, I don't use my biasness on things I like, so I judge it as is. So this film has very strong character moments. It does do a good mixture of mixing period piece with modern screenplay writing. It makes you see a attachment even though it takes place in a different era. So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. It is worth a matinee.
Alright, now would you say definitely rent this and check it out?
Yes, on demand. I definitely would say anybody that likes theater, likes drama, has read this novel, likes period pieces, or just like character films, this is one for you. It's not the strongest one, but it's a very fun journey once it kicks in.
It'll get you through the quarantine.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Definitely worth it. But be working through some backlog and some movies, so there will be a lot of old school rewinds coming up.
Alrighty.
No. I've been trying to finish off Westworld. We were watching
Season 2?
Season 3 just dropped too.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 2 episodes in, so...
Well, what we've been doing is, for dinner, we watch an episode.
Yeah. I'll cook dinner and then...
Which season are y'all on now? Did you finish
We're just finishing the first one.
Finishing the first one.
Because I've already watched pretty much everything about it, because I watched first and second season previously because I had HBO Go or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I finished that all off. Well, I remember the first season. I don't remember much of the second season because it was kind of one of those... I put it on but never watched.
Yeah, the second season was a lot more... You really had to focus on the second season.
That's where I'm at. And I was like, okay, well, I started watching it. Well, I don't know what it was, but I had like the second or third episode up and I was sitting there watching it. And, of course, he comes around the corner and starts looking at it. He's, what's this? I go, oh, you'll like this show. And he's like, why? And I go, just give it a minute. I'm like, I won't tell you anything about it other than what's in it right now.
That's perfect. You could drop. You watch in any. You drop in on any episode, and virtually any of them, you're like.
Yeah. Yes. Westworld is what I put it in this like category. I call it the Thinking's Man show.
Correct.
Because or Thinking's Man's film. Like that show, you really have to pay attention because the subtleties of that show. It might seem like that they don't know how to write because it just feels out of place, but it's a full 10. You have to watch the full season.
There's
to get
so much going on.
So, spoiler alert for some people. So
1 and 2,
just in 1.
Oh,
It's
well,
just I'm getting to the point.
it's about 4 years out, so 3 years. So
Well, I mean,
If you
If
haven't
people
watched
haven't
it
watched
yet,
it.
go watch it.
watch it.
so
Yes.
so right now he's watched the episode where they actually show Bernard is actually an AI now.
There's been an AI.
Well,
But you didn't know
You
that
didn't
at
know
the
until
beginning.
like
He
episode,
didn't.
Oh.
until
So-
like episode 6
so
or 7,
when I'm sitting
right?
there,
Yeah.
right? Yes.
Was it 6
9.
or
Nine.
I knew it was near the
I
end.
had a feeling
It was near the
like
end of the
two
first
of
season.
the characters,
So,
like the girl
when
or
I'm
Bernard
sitting
was
there-
an AI.
Yeah. Well, I was
I
sitting
didn't know
there,
which one.
and well, there's more to it, also. But I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I know this because I've watched the first season and second season. But I'm sitting here, and I'm like, huh, that makes sense. And I'm just about to say something to him, and I'm like, no, I can't say it. I can't say
Because
it.
he doesn't know until it
Right.
happens.
So it's really hard when I'm sitting here watching this, and I'm like,
He's over there on the couch. I'm sitting in my chair, and he's on the couch, like, ooh, and I'm like,
See,
"What's
those
this-
are the
is
kind of
this
stuff
good?"
that is like if you've seen it and the person hasn't watched it, you just sit
But
back and you watch
the
the
good
person
part-
Yes.
react to it.
It's
the
the
good
best.
good part about this show, the part that I actually like, it's some of the shows where you can watch them once and you're like, okay, I've seen it all. You watch them a second time, you've seen it all. You don't get anything. With Westworld, it's not like that because it is a thinking one. Now you could see. You already know the end, but when you rewatch it, you're seeing all the nuances,
all the background,
all
pieces
the
and everything.
hints that you had previously
That you weren't
noticing it, but now you're like, oh, I get it now.
Because one of
Yep.
the things that first season was that trying to decipher where the timeline was.
And
That
because of the simple
got
fact
me
of-
until the end. And it's like,
Yep.
oh.
Then they showed the picture of Arnold and the doctor. Ford. They showed the picture, and I can't remember who the other third person was,
I
but
don't remember either.
and I'm sitting there and I'm like, they're gonna show it because I couldn't remember what episode that they showed that Bernard was an AI, and I'm sitting there I'm like, oh, it's this episode, and it ends, and I'm just sitting there biting my teeth, going,
Yeah.
oh, I want him to see this so bad, and I'm like, and he's like, what? Did you have a good nap? I'm like, yep, because I fell asleep because I was like, yeah, this is the boring one.
Oh, yeah, HBO has hit a very good strong point, at least in the first part of this year, because they had The Outsiders, which I reviewed on the last episode we had, which was it was an adaptation of a Stephen King novel with the same name, and that show is a pseudo murder mystery,
Mm-hmm.
and what makes that show great is the ambiguous nature of the creature.
Yeah.
They never explain the creature that's causing havoc, which is great because you're left. It causes a moral dilemma for the detectives because they want everything to be evidence based, but this thing is driving them mad because there's no evidence leading to the base. So when it finally is revealed, there's no real reveal, but when the detective confronts it, he just has to come to terms with the supernatural is what it is.
Yeah.
So.
Well, to hold that thought,
Okay.
we're going to go ahead and cue our intro. Alrighty. Normally, State of Game is the point where we talk about the games we were playing and recap them. This time, we're actually going to talk about a game we're going to play right now. So, real quick, so y'all can see what we are seeing. Alrighty.
We
So-
can't see you in there. Your arms are
Right
too
there.
short.
Real quick, just if anybody who is not
There you go.
familiar with this game map, this is a game called Small World.
It's
produced
reversed, so
by
it won't
Days
make
of
sense.
Wonder, same people who make Ticket to
All of them are
Ride.
reversed. All of them are reversed.
Okay, continue.
Now that they're done goofing off, let me tell you about this game. So this game is basically kind of like a Risk style thing. You have these different races that have these different special abilities, and you're trying to dominate the world, and you're going to win by the most victory coins you have at the end. If you want a more in-depth description of the rules and whatever, the best thing I could recommend is go and find Will Wheaton's TableTop. This is episode 1 of the TableTop web series. Will Wheaton plays this game with Jenna Busch, Grant Imahara, and Sean Plott.
Oh, Grant
So where they sit there and he goes over this and they play this. The standard video is like 30 minutes, and then there's an extended version which is like 2 hours. Trust me, it is worth the enjoyment. And then check out the rest of that. So, shameless plug, great show. Will Wheaton, geek god, love him. Moving on. We're going to play. Now, I've played this game a few times. This is my copy, but my 3 compatriots here have not played this game.
I've never played this game.
So we're going to go over the rules as we go through this and just kind of go from there. For anybody who hasn't played this yet or wants to, there's also a digital version you can get to play the game on like a mobile device or whatnot. So that's cool. Each of us have these little cheat sheet cards, which kind of helps us keep track of the turn of what to do per turn. Everyone also starts off with 5 victory coins, and then as they complete things through each turn. Now the map we're using is the one that's set up for 4 players. If you get the game, the standard box set comes with a map you can use for 2 players, 3 players, 4 players, and then if this is reversed, 5 players. We have a designated number of turns. We're going to be starting on turn 1 as we set our map up. What we have on the board so far is we have a civilization that is in decline, which means our new civilizations can now take over and start to expand through the world. The way you go through is you get your character cards and you have the little tokens. But first, we got to roll to see who's going to go first. So each of us are going to roll the die. Whoever has the highest roll is the one who's going to go.
To maintain less germ spreading, you'll roll for everyone.
All right, I will roll, and then we'll start with Rye, and then we'll Graza, and then Mark. So
Okay.
Rye got a 3. Graza got a blank.
Woohoo!
Salad in here got a 2, and myself a 1. So
What does blank mean?
It's blank.
blank is no
0.
We'll get to that because you use the die when you play the game.
Okay.
Rye, you're the first one up. So the first thing you're going to have to do is choose a race and special power combo. We have 5 laid out, and then the stack. First one we have are Scout Elves, Diplomatic Trolls, Heroic Wizards, Berserk Tritons,
Hill Humans.
Hill Humans.
What was the first one?
So we have Scout Elves,
Okay.
Diplomatic Trolls, Heroic Wizards, Berserk Tritons, Hill Humans.
So elves, trolls, wizards, fish people, and humans.
Now, if you don't want the first one on the list is Scout Elves. If you don't want that one and want one of the other ones, you'll need to put a victory coin on each of the markers you're skipping to get to the one that you want.
Okay. Well, I was thinking the first one anyway, so Scout
Okay.
Elves.
Scout Elves?
Yeah.
All right. I will pull this over here.
So does he take it or no?
Yes, he takes it. That is now his race. You want to set that in front of you. The powers give you special ability, and
Which
nice
is on
thing
the
is
back
on the
of
cheat
the sheet.
Yeah.
It does have, while you're doing that, so on the back of the sheet, it does have the races, and it also has the special powers. With the small world races, there are...
we'll go through those as we go through those.
Yeah. And the special powers actually give you extra. You have to read on each one.
Okay.
So...
All right, so we'll give him a moment to read up. We'll read up on the. We'll go through the first set, but as we go on to the other ones, so Scout Elves, right?
Correct.
Scout, you may go in decline at the end of a regular turn of conquests after scoring. Or Scout.
Stout.
stout elves.
That's what
Yeah,
it says.
stout.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we ready
You
for
may
stout.
you may go into decline at the end of your regular turn. Going into decline means your civilization can't expand anymore, and on the next turn, you're going to pick a new civilization to expand.
Conquest.
So, what you can do now is now that you have your characters, you should have 10 tokens, because you add up the two numbers, the one on the power and the one on the race,
Yeah.
and that's how many tokens you start with. So,
Yeah.
you should have 10 tokens. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
I counted that right? Yep. Alright, now what you can do is you can start to play. You come in from from any edge, whether it's the edge of the board, the edge of a water area. Actually, no. The edge of a board, unless you have swimming, but edge of the board. And now, if it's a space that has a character card on there, you're going to need one. In order to take a space, you need 2 tokens on the space. If the space has an additional thing, like these have a race that's in decline, this has a mountain, you needed an additional one to account for that. So if you wanted to take this space right here, you would need 3 tokens. This space would be 3 tokens. This space would,
Nope.
are 2 tokens. So
2 tokens
any-
if there's nothing.
yeah, 2 tokens if there's nothing, and as you go in, you start, and then each adjoining space you can then expand into until you run out of tokens. Now, if you get to the end of your deployment and you don't have enough tokens to take the next spot, you can roll the dice
To reinforce.
to allow you to give you an additional number of tokens to complete that last deployment. You only roll the once dice per turn. So that's where, in fact, this D3, 3 of the sides are blank, 3 of the sides have 1, 2, or 3. If you get each one of those, that's how many additional tokens you have just for this deployment.
Awesome.
So, right, you get to set where you're going to let your people go.
No, just because it's close to me, I'll take that free spot right there.
This one?
Yeah.
So
That's where you're going to start?
Yeah.
2 tokens here. Now, where do you want to go next? You can place all of your tokens you need to place all of your tokens at the start, or right here, right now, to see how far you want to expand.
Okay. And you said I need 3 to take.
3
Correct.
for here, 3 for
3
here.
for anything with anything.
Okay. I'll go north and take that one.
All right.
Right.
3 tokens there. This one comes off.
And then take that green spot, that free green spot. No, the one next to it. Yeah.
All right. You have 3 tokens left. How many more places do you want to go?
I'll take that one in decline. The other green spot.
This one right here. All right. All right. A bit, not a bad. All right. Next up will be Graza, because we'll just go around this to make it
Okay.
easier.
Which
Saladin,
one did you-
slide those 4 down and pull the next combo from the top. There. And there. So now you have the option of diplomatic, or no.
No. This is, Bivo?
Bivouacking.
Bivouacking ghouls.
Nice. Bivouacking gives you an additional set of tokens, which we have right here.
Now keep in mind that if you want this, he would have to put 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he would get this.
4
So
victory
those
tokens
coins.
to get that top one. But, Graza, which one would you like to take, my friend?
Let me look at diplomatic real quick. And then trolls is place a troll layer in each region you occupy to increase its defense by 1. Troll layer stay when trolls go into decline. Okay, yeah, I think I'll go with trolls.
All right, you'll do the diplomatic trolls.
Diplomatic trolls.
Alrighty.
So you get 10.
Yeah, 10.
10 troll tokens. 1, 2,
And did I have to expend a victory
4,
token to buy this, or
6.
No, if you wanted this one,
Oh, okay.
you would have to pay 1
Okay, just-
to get this.
We'll slide this down.
Yep, slide that down, pull the next one up.
Underworld dwarves.
All right.
Irony.
Here are your 10 tokens.
Alrighty.
Now, any edge you can come in on, except for water ones, unless you have the Tritons.
Yeah.
Question. If I want this, but I want this, do I have to pay one? You only get this.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
I'm just
the
making sure.
No,
I'm just making
it's a
sure.
great question because that's the beauty and the replayability of this is you shuffle each of those stacks independently, and therefore you have a wide variety of combos. In fact, some of the expansions for this game, if you go to, I try to remember the name. If you go to daysofwonder.com and take a look, some of the expansions add more races and places to go.
2 here. 2 here.
Troll layers. Yep.
3 here. And 3 here.
Those are his because he's a troll. He gets troll layers.
For each of the places I have a token in, right?
Yes, I believe that's what it said. Place a troll's lair in each region you occupy to increase its defense by 1. Troll lairs stay when trolls go in decline.
Alright, awesome.
Which means that anybody trying to conquest on that would have to pay 3 instead of 2.
No.
No?
No, because if someone were to conquest one of those right now, they would need 2
Well, I'm
tokens to move in and then a 3 additional to account for all of your defenses.
Nice. It's a solid
As
start.
I understand it. So, rule Nazis, be kind.
Be kind, my friends. Be kind.
All right, Saladin, you're up. Let's see. Our newest one on here is Underworld Dwarves.
Yep. Underworld, let's see. That. Conquer any cavern region at 1 less token than usual. A minimum of 1 token is still required. All regions with a cavern are considered adjacent. So, if you have a cave, you conquer the cave, you technically can go to any other cave without it actually being next
Yes,
to you.
and the cave icon on the map.
It looks like 2 crescents to
Where are you looking at that?
Underworld. It's right down here.
Oh,
the
Underworld.
Underworld,
Okay,
yeah.
that's... I'm not even looking
That
at
gives
that
you the
one.
ability. But dwarves, for dwarves, let's see
I'm
here.
not even worried about that. Do we get new people, or just we're keeping that?
This is 5, and when you pick one, then we'll put another one in. Okay, so
Well, I'm
for
saying-
Oh, no,
for-
no, no. Phrase your question.
So, I pick this, you go, you pick one. Next round, does he get another one?
No.
Or no?
He
That's
get-
what I'm asking.
No. We'll get to that when we get to that turn, but that's when the race goes into decline, then he can pick a new one. But we'll get to that when
Okay.
we get to that. Right now, let's just
Okay.
work through turn 1 and then.
So for dwarves, collect 1 bonus
That's
coin
fine.
for each mine you occupy at turns even in decline.
So, I am
Fine.
just going with this one.
We're gonna go to the next one. All right, heroic wizards.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, here. How many do you get for that? 10.
10.
Okay.
alright.
4.
For heroic,
6.
at the end of your turn, place your 2 heroes. Place your 2 heroes? I'm not sure what that means.
I get hero coins.
Okay, you got hero
He
coins.
has
Okay.
2 hero tokens.
Place your 2 heroes in a region you occupy to make these immune to opponent's conquest and special racial and special powers. Wow. For wizards, collect 1 bonus coin for each magic source you occupy at a turn's end. It looks like this symbol right here, Seth.
Let's
I know.
see. Yeah,
You're on it.
he's on it. He's studying.
I've already studied, and I gotta roll the die.
Well, you keep the mountains there.
Oh, you do? Well,
Yeah,
put
the
my
mountains will
mountain
stay.
back.
The mountains will stay where the mountains are. It's only if there's a civilization in decline.
Just put it on top of the mountain.
Yeah, make a nice little stack.
Stack it on, stack it on.
Okay, so I need to have 1 more token or 1 more thing to expand. So can you roll, please?
Ooh, no.
Sorry. Do you want to roll it? That way your luck and your heart of the dice? Okay.
It does.
So I just keep, I have to keep. Oh wait! Shit! I miscounted.
Oh no.
Well, lucky.
Ah, there we go.
So
now
now-
we're cooking.
Now because of that, and the wizard, at turn end, so I put 2.
Not yet. Not yet.
It's not the
I
end
still
of the
have to
turn
go.
yet.
No, occupy at turn's end.
Yeah,
Oh,
turns
yeah,
end.
Turns
So
end.
everybody goes,
Yeah.
then turn
Now
ends.
you have your 2 hero tokens, which you need to place to make them immune from anybody wanting to conquer you later. There. One there. Alrighty. Alright, go ahead and slide those down and bring the next one up. What do we have?
We have seafaring orcs. Oh, that's a contradiction. That is a contradiction.
Well,
Anything that I've read about or know about in lore of anything, orcs do not like water because they do not float.
Well, if you've watched the time I got reincarnated as a slime, it'll change your perspective.
Haven't, but in time, I'll catch up on it one day.
It's good. There's a
yeah.
second season, and then a companion season, a companion show about like the diary of the person of Rimuru and doing like different things.
Right
But
now,
the second
just,
season's coming.
right now, yeah, I'll get to it.
I'm very excited.
Finishing up the final, or season 4 of My Hero, and watching Radiant.
Sorry, I missed the chat. That is my bad.
Is everybody able to hear us just good?
So inactive, like
Sure.
YouTube. What?
Interactive.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if we really wanted to be interactive, we could give them a turn. Give the chat a turn.
I think I will follow suit. No, actually, no. I'm gonna gamble because that's me. I'm gonna.
You've
put down
also played before. Give us like
Which
a
one's
handicap.
Are you going for the dwarves?
No, I'm gonna go for the seafaring orcs.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
You have to go all the way out there. Hold on, hold on.
More on a fantasy.
Hold on.
So now, because I did that, I have to put a token on each one I'm skipping to get to the one I wanted.
So whoever picks that gets that token?
Yes.
Yes. That's why I said hold.
Oh.
Hold the salami.
So
Yes.
there is madness in my method.
Fortified.
Because I have...
Madness.
Passive.
Madness, I say.
I did cheat a little bit. I did go online and read a little bit of it, so I know some of this stuff. But
Alright, so for seafaring, when your race is active, you may conquer seas and lakes as if they were empty regions. You retain these regions even after going into decline.
And I get 10 tokens to start with. So I will stand. And I will go.
Wow, that's actually really nice. Orcs collect 1 bonus coin for each non-empty region you conquered this turn.
no,
That's actually really
3.
good. That's a good
You're missing
combination.
Oh, yeah. That goes there. Pull this one back. And I will take
now don't you...
this one here and take that back. Alrighty.
What was it? Seafaring...
Seafaring, I can conquer a sea.
No,
is-
seafaring... What? Orcs?
Orcs.
Yep.
Orcs. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I was trying to find it.
Let's see, orcs. Boom, boom. Yep.
Not
Alrighty,
empty.
so that is technically the end of the first turn.
Anybody want some metal wafers?
No, I'm good.
Now we get to at the end of the turn we hand out our victory
That's what it
coins. So okay.
So end of turn, now we go and hand out the conquering points.
Alright. Alright, final, let's see. During your final. Okay. You will get, for each region you occupy, you get a victory token.
Alright.
Unless your race or special power combination tells you otherwise, you will get so we'll start with Rai. He has 4 regions, so
Yes.
he gets 4 victory coins. So you can do a 1 and a 3. There is your 4. All right, Graza, you have 4 as well. Saladin, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 as well, so you have your 4.
Nope.
Where's your 5th?
I actually have the wizard, so I get 2 bonus.
Nice.
Hence why I kept the wizard and went directly for the magic. Because I have those 2, I get an extra
So how many is that total?
6.
6. Alrighty. And now for me, I have 4 regions, and orcs have that racial bonus where they get a bonus coin for each non-empty region you conquered. So I conquered 1 with 2 of them with a decline, so that gives me an additional 2. So I get 6 victory coins as well.
Oh, nice.
Good job.
And that is how we start this. And now we will move the crown from turn 1 to turn 2. And we will start turn 2. This is now, at this point, you get to redeploy your troops. You must keep at least 1 token in a region you occupy.
Okay.
So now you can take up all but the 1 token in each one, and then redeploy, and then to start conquering, or redeploying, or fortifying your border, however you want to do it.
When you say fortifying your border,
Like right now, if someone were to take this, they'd have to have 2 plus 3, so it's like either 4 or 5 tokens
They
to
would need
take
5
that
tokens.
from you.
so I could move, say, like 1 from this region over to that region and make it 4. Is that what
Yes,
you're saying?
Yes.
Right
Okay.
now,
Because you conquered it.
Yeah.
Right now, with the redeployment, you would take up all but 1 on each of these squares,
Okay.
and now you can either reinforce your border ones or expand into additional regions to get more victory coins at the end of the next turn. You have 6 tokens to choose from,
Okay.
or 6 tokens to work with, plus the reinforcement die.
Okay. So, I can if I take a spot that has something like the mountain, I need 3.
Yes.
Correct.
I'll take that. How much do I have in there?
3 left.
Okay. Put 1 in that empty one. Is that be that green? I can take
Here?
that? Is it 1?
2.
It's
Unless
still
you want
2.
to, roll the reinforcement die.
How
You
many?
get-
How many chances do I get to roll that die?
Once.
It was just a simple fact of he rolled it, so I rolled it.
Okay.
Did you get you roll it once per turn,
Okay.
or unless you have a racial ability that allows you to roll it per each.
Okay.
Which, for example, the berserking, they give you the option to roll the reinforcement die for each area you want to move into.
Okay. Well, I conquered that, and then how much do I have left?
You have 3 left.
3 left.
So if you want to just spend 1 here, you can roll the die to see if you can get the additional there, and then that would leave you 2 for another zone.
I might save the dice for later.
Okay, so you
But no, I want to reinforce that top one. And
all
then
3 or just 1?
2, and then move the 1 in the middle.
Right there?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Not a bad play. Raza?
Okay.
How do you want to do this?
Let's see here. I'm gonna have to play strategically because I have your civilization encroaching.
Yeah, I'm a little... Both of us... Well,
Me.
you've got 1 or 2 spots before I'm battling. He's against me, but against Saladin, you've got at least 2. You've got at least
You
2
got
rows.
3, 4 between me and you. It's him. He's got 2.
You got one right here next to my border, then another one that you could conquer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinforce here. For the most part, since you probably just to discourage you from coming in. If I want to expand anywhere, I'm going to need 3 to here.
Okay. Takes that one.
I would like to roll the reinforcement dice, please, if you would.
You want to roll?
That's okay. And I will leave my, I'll put another dude here.
Alrighty. Do you want to put any more of your troll barracks? Because you have quite a few of those.
Yeah, let's see. I can put 1 right here.
Alright. Not a bad turn.
All right, that is ended for me.
Alright. Saladin, you're up.
All right. Of course, me with my playing Risk way too freaking much when I was younger because we were bored, and my stepdad always said that he was going to beat me.
Yeah, it does remind me I need to open up my Risk box set. My brother bought me a Game of Thrones Risk box set a couple Christmases ago. Just never had a chance to play it yet.
Mm.
My brother said he wants to, but he's busy as anyone, so.
Oh.
That's cocked. Roll it again. 2.
Do I get 2 more or no?
No, there's no more, but you get... All of us understand. If you wanted to take here, you just have to drop 1 there where you realize you have the other 2 you need to take it.
Do you have other dice you could use? Like the small square dices?
No, this is only for the redeploy. This is only for this deployment part. So... He has 3 choices now with his reinforcement.
But he doesn't actually have those tokens, or just temporary?
It's kind of a here's just imaginary for the deployment stage.
Basically, it's the hiring mercenaries to help me to conquest. Mm-hmm. That's the way I look at it.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you take that one, come back. All right, that's good.
Things go.
Yeah, your 2 hero tokens. There we go. That's a good play.
Let's see, where's the other one? I had it planned all in my friggin' head, and now I'm like,
Alrighty.
Because that one actually... So...
It's a good play, so...
Hey, my stepdad still never beat me at Risk.
That's
he
fair.
was pissed. And I played 2 different colors half the time.
Alright, so... We'll go here.
Against myself.
We'll go here. And we'll go here.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Didn't take over any regions that had a civilization in it already, but,
Still works.
I made a nice... I have my path to the sea and the lake, so I'm good. And with that, now we can tally up for our victory points this turn. Rye, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Graza, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. So you get a 5 token. Saladin, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 2 additional for magic. I don't see a 3rd magic.
No, just that.
So, not bad. And then I am going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take a 5 and a 2. Alrighty. Okay. We'll move our token to turn 3. And here we go again. Rye, you're up first. You have your... You now have 5 tokens to work with. What would you like to do?
Take that empty green area.
To the south or to the north?
There's one to... Oh, yeah.
Here?
Yeah, that one.
Or there.
Alright.
2. You said it's 2 for that.
Yep.
So how many do I have left?
You have 3 left.
Spread it up.
Alright. Not bad. Fortification here. That's good. Alright. Graza, what about you? Maybe adding the expanded top wasn't such a hot idea.
No, it's okay. This works good. Alright. So I've got 5 dudes to work with, plus I could reinforce. Alright. I'm feeling saucy. When I need 3, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this.
You cannot.
I cannot? How do I do it?
Because you are not seafaring.
Seafaring are the only ones. You can take the one next to it.
Alright, then I'll take that one.
Alright.
So what happens to your guy?
That guy is no longer in play.
So he goes back to
You lose him, or you get him back when...
I'll get him back when I redeploy, but I know I lose territory.
Reinforce here and reinforce here.
So on your turn, you won't be able to use him.
put a troll.
No, I should be able to. I need to double check. As far as I know, I should be able to reuse them.
Also, I would like to use my diplomacy.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, I think that is...
Diplomatic.
Yes.
At the end of each turn, select one opponent whose active race you did not attack this turn. He won't be able to attack you.
Alright,
next
then,
turn.
I attacked somebody, so I can't do that, so... I guess... For now, I won't worry about that.
Well, you didn't attack anybody. So you can activate it. It's the only
I did
time
attack somebody, I attacked him.
Oh, that's right, yeah. No, you can activate it.
I can activate it based on someone I didn't attack, so...
Yeah. And you want the person you attacked to not get
Oh,
you.
well, that's fine. I don't care. I'm going to use my diplomacy on you.
Oh, okay. No problem.
What does that do?
Basically,
Okay.
I cannot attack him next turn.
I'm all the way up at the north, so I won't really care.
Oh, so once it goes to you can't
Yeah.
go north.
Nope.
Okay.
He cannot.
But he can attack. That's why I did everything the way I did.
Alrighty, so when the race is in decline and you take over, then it will go back in the box. While my race is still active, I can reuse the token on the next deployment.
Okay, awesome.
So, Saladin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting game so far. Yes, thank you.
I said that. It is.
Yes.
It's my other screen name.
Oh. It's all good.
Incubus Drive, yep.
That and Raga. Interesting fact, since I've changed my name on Facebook to Raga, everybody thinks my last name is Guy.
People did that with me when I changed mine to Scuba.
Everybody sees me, they're like, Raga! It's like, well, I've been called that for a long time, so. Since the Liberty
roll.
days.
See if I get anything.
So you said I can only do the dice one time.
Yes,
Per
unless you unless you have a special ability.
Per turn?
Per turn. Not once only, just per turn. Right?
Yeah.
Unless
See,
you
I
have the
don't-
special ability.
Okay, let's clarify that. When you want to redeploy, you may roll the dice once to redeploy, to use it to redeploy to one area. If you have the special ability like Berserk, then every time you redeploy, you can roll it for each square you want to move into.
So me.
With you, if you want to move in, say, if you only had one token and you wanted to move in here, you'd roll the die
On my turn.
on your turn
So
to let
once
you go
per
in.
turn.
Yes.
Okay. I thought it was just once overall. That's
No.
why I didn't roll the first time.
No, it's once
Okay.
per turn. The difference being if you have the Berserk ability, which would be like, say, okay, I wanted to move into these territories. I could roll the die here, I could roll the die here, and I could roll the die here to expand further. Hence the whole Berserk.
So I
Taking
get
on
an
those
extra. I
magic
get an
shards
extra
with
token.
your heroes.
If I roll and get a 3, I get
There's a
3
method
extra.
to the madness.
Yeah,
Madness.
which
Yeah.
would let you go into, like, if you needed to take an area and you needed the additional, that would give you your additional
Off
to
topic.
take it.
Are these rules similar to Risk?
Yes.
I would
To a
not-
point. To a point.
Because, like I said, I have the Game of Thrones Risk, so playing this will probably help me understand that once I start playing.
Risk
Oh,
has
yeah.
the same mentality,
Yeah.
but the rules are slightly different. I might bring my Risk, or you can bring your Risk,
Yeah,
and we can
yeah,
go and play it.
Oh yeah. Well,
Actually,
Because
throw that
the
out there
risk-
for the chat in the comments. If this is working out better than our traditional podcast format, then let us know. We'll start making this a more regular thing, where we'll play a game and chat. Right now, we're spending a lot of time going over the rules, but I have a feeling that once we get through turn 4, we can start, going back into those conversations we were doing in the pre-show.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is a good change of pace. So
Once
give
we
it,
get
give
to
it different
Munchkin.
variety.
Yes,
If we get
that's
to Munchkin, then it's over.
game on.
You're up.
It's my turn now?
Yes, it is your turn. I
Okay.
finished.
You finished. All right.
But I did like the topic that he threw in the chat. Saladin threw in the chat.
Oh, really? What was that?
The one about dub and sub.
Yes, I'm.
I was like half
We'll
asleep.
talk about that in a minute.
I was a half
'Cause
asleep,
that-
but I saw it. But it woke me up when I saw it. It's like, since we want to try to have like open discussions
Sorry.
on some.
That was my
podcasts, that
thought
was a
of
good
having
one.
that.
Oh,
But
Dub versus sub is a very
yeah,
interesting topic.
but we're waiting until someone's done because he will have a lot to say about it.
Well, I was
and his concentration gets broke real quick.
Yeah. All right. Alrighty, there's finishing my turn, so let's count up. 4, 5, 6 for Rye. Graza's 2, 4, 6 for you as well.
Thank you.
Saladin, how did you end up with? A 10? How'd you get the 10? Just so we're all tracking how he got 10.
1, 2,
okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Fair. No, for me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus, I conquered one that had a region in there, so that's 8 for me. So it's a 3 and a 5.
Awesome.
Alrighty. Turn 4. Yeah,
So
4 to work with.
As a courtesy to you, do your roll now.
Yeah.
Do your roll. It's not going to hurt you any not to do your roll. It'll actually... Okay. So if you got like a 1 or a 2, it would allow you to think more about what you want to do. But those are only for conquest.
Yeah.
You cannot put them on already owned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and technically you would roll it before you move into the space. Say, I want to move to this space.
Yeah.
Roll the die and then see. But we'll house rule it and let it go with... Where would
how
you
many got?
You have 4 to work with.
Okay. Where are you at? I know you're right near me. Saladin's right near me.
Right here.
Okay. It was 3 to take if it's occupied.
Yes.
But there's 2 there. So.
There's 2 there. So you need 4.
You would need 4 to take that, but to take this, he would need 3. To take that, he would need 2. To take this, he would need 3.
Yep.
Fortify these 2. That's 2, so that's 1 and 1.
Oh, so this one?
No. These 2.
So you're going to take this one?
Oh, wait, is that mine? That's not mine.
No,
mine.
it's not.
Okay, I thought it was mine.
No. I have your 4.
Fortify these 2, put 1 on those.
Okay.
And then it's 2 for empty space.
Yep.
Put 2 here.
Good play. Alright, Graza. See if you can try to zoom in on that. Don't worry about him. Focus on...
Yeah. These guys are used to me doing this.
Alright. Scuba, if you would roll the dice for me, please.
1.
Good.
So it gives you 5 to work with.
Alright, I will do that extra 1 here.
Okay.
And then I will fortify here.
Okay.
And fortify here. Put a troll counter here.
We cannot move the mic because the mic has to sit there for this.
It has to
We can
hear
move
all
it
of us.
back. We might be able to move it back.
And
But
since I didn't
you may lose
attack,
sound.
so I'm going to use my diplomacy on you, Scuba.
You're going to use diplomacy on me? Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
That's a little better.
Yeah, and the other thing would be to try to slide it towards at an angle.
Me of the truth.
Alright. So, for me, let's see. One here.
Hey, wait. I haven't went yet.
Oh, that's right. Go on.
Yeah.
Do your thing. So back to our conversation about movies on our mind.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking earlier about how the second Highlander film, I was sitting there
God.
with Michael Ironside, the whole subway scene.
This-
And the other thing that I every so often is just like that whole monologue about partners. After he
this
The
goes
subway
into the boardroom.
The subway scene irked me so bad because
Okay, now you can go.
he careens into the subway.
Yeah.
Then he's like, I've always wanted to drive one of these, and then he's like, ramps it up to way past its limit. 600 miles an hour is what the thing said. The top speed's like 50.
You got very technical about
the first
that.
2 Highlander
And then
movies
drove me
are
nuts.
And then, let me finish. Then he busts through the subway wall, and everyone's dead, and he goes, "Last stop." And I went, "Yeah, last stop on my suspension of disbelief. I'm getting off this train now."
Oh, come on. I mean, we're talking the 80s, for crying out loud.
Yeah, you're talking about the 80s, but those two films, Highlander and then Highlander the Quickening, are a good example of what to do for, originality and creativity, and what not to do when you're making a sequel, where you completely disregard everything of the first movie.
Well, no. They did not disregard what was in the first movie. They actually carried on what happened afterwards, because at the end of the first movie, he gets whatever the reward is for being the last one.
Yeah.
Yet later films and the series show you that there will never be only one standing.
No.
Correct.
So, but it's taking into that, because I thought was one of my favorite highlights of the film is when the first Quickening, he de-ages and now he's young again. The second one, he manages to resurrect Ramirez, and Ramirez breaks into a stage performance of Hamlet in Scotland, and it's just like,
yeah. But it's just from a writing point of view. The second just is the epitome of what not to do with the sequel.
And the interesting thing is the production actually ran out of money about halfway through the thing, and they brought in another company, and that company took over the creative license of
whenever you see a production lose money for making their world realistic. A good example I go to is The Mummy Returns. Like, you see quality dip really far down in that film, but it was hit by the writer's strike, so...
Yeah.
Talking about the second Brendan Fraser one?
Yeah, The Mummy Returns, where the Scorpion King looked like it was a 3D rendered of the first PlayStation game.
God.
No, okay. Guys, I want to make sure you guys realize, if you look at Game Turn 3, the last bullet, what does it say? No.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Who
well,
cares?
Don't have to, but we're all here. We're all friends.
But it's just one of those things. Again, great example of just terrible. The whole thing was just like a train wreck. The train scene is like a good example of the entire movie.
All right, so just so y'all are aware, I'm doing this. I'm counting mine up. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus an additional because I took an area that had to race and decline, so that's 9. I'm going to put 1 in the bank and take a 10. So,
okay,
because we're doing this on camera, so they can see, so they can put in who they think is going to win.
Sitting here.
I guess I could 1, 2, 3, 4. I could turn in some.
Was your 3 that you missed or no?
No, I should be good on mine.
I'd like to turn in 5 coins. 2 for a 5.
Yep.
And then
it's
2
always good to
fives.
cash in.
2 5s. 1, 2 for a 10, please.
Here's 5.
5?
Yeah.
5. Alrighty. Turn 5.
Ooh, yeah. Sal's over here like, got that in the chest. I'm not gonna make it rain. Sorry, guys.
Hey, we're about halfway through the game, and no one has gone in decline yet. So that's a good thing.
Is it?
How do you go into decline now? I keep forgetting that.
You go into decline when you can no longer expand.
Ah.
And then you pick a new race.
Yes.
You'll pay. You say, I'm going to go into decline. That is the end of your turn until the next time around. Then you will pick and start over again.
Okay.
So if you go in decline, does that race stay there?
Yes.
Yeah.
They will flip over into the grayscale version. And then there will be just like the first race on the Civilization
Just
of
like
Decline.
So what does this stout ability give me the ability to? Because it mentions decline.
It means that with the stout ability is you can deploy, right? And then at the end of the turn, you can go, I'm going to go decline. And you can decline right there. Whereas with us, if we can't deploy, that's when we say we go into decline. You can go into decline after you deploy. So any additional spaces that you occupy, at the end of the turn, when we count up victory coins, those will all count. Does that make sense? Is that making sense?
By the way, sub-cancel
So what?
is...
Sub-cancel? Who's sub-cancel? Jocko! Dude! Okay.
Now it makes sense? He's giving me so much crap.
Oh.
Well, you haven't been reading the text, have you?
Well, I saw the bit about the mic, but I've been focusing on
Yeah.
emceeing this, so sorry. Apologies. I'm getting better at it. All right. So, right, what do you want to do? You have 1, 2, 3 you can work with. So because of the stout ability, technically you could take this mountain and then go into decline.
And what would that do? Other than flip the thing.
It would flip the thing. That means that race can no longer expand. You would pick a new race and then come in and start taking over new areas. At the end of the turn, when we count up victory coins, because you still had that race, you will still get victory coins for each of those areas you control.
Okay.
Plus the ones that you get.
Plus the new ones for the new race.
Okay. How many do I got there?
You have 3.
Where are you at? You're right there.
I'm right here.
He's all that.
3. I would fortify, put 1 on this green. Bottom green.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then do the other 2 up top.
Alright. There we go. Anything else? You want to do your decline now or no?
I can wait till...
Oh, you can wait till the end of the turn and say you're going into...
But
As it says, at the end of your turn, you can go into decline. You can state that you're going to go into decline. If not, for us, we would have to be like, I can't expand, I will go into decline.
After scoring, so you can still get your points.
Yeah. So after we do the scoring, you can sit there and say you're going to decline, and then you can pick a new race at your next turn.
Which would be right away.
Yeah. So you're in the best position to utilize that.
so I could pick a new race, and depending on if you conquered that stuff, whatever I have left of my old
At
race.
the end, we'll continue to earn you money,
Okay.
so to speak.
Okay. I don't have to say that decline until.
Yeah.
No, you can wait till we count up victory coins.
Okay.
All right. Graza, how about you?
What you doing?
What you got to... You looks like you've got 2 to work with.
3.
3 to work with? Okay.
Yeah.
Those 3, what would you like to try and do?
Yes. Do this.
You can take that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Control thing in. And then I'll use my diplomacy on you, Scuba.
Oh, ouch.
We have good trade routes. Why would I want to attack him?
Yeah.
Sure. We'll take that diplomacy nonetheless, of course. Always have it in writing.
That's why we have the diplomacy.
Exactly.
If we didn't have the diplomacy, then yeah.
Be like,
I mean, come on.
orcs versus trolls, let's go.
No. Well, right now with the diplomacy, it's orc versus trolls for the horde.
For the horde. Mm-hmm. Maybe we should form an alliance and take over the other races.
You're already going to make it very difficult when you go into decline. Do you realize this yet? Okay.
To take me over? Okay.
It's going to suck when you go into decline. Especially that one spot.
With the mountain?
Yes.
I'm sure
What
you
is it? Trying to take it?
No, because he's troll. They have the troll dens. When the trolls go into decline, the dens stay.
Yep.
So, for
Defense.
sake of argument, if you wanted to take that spot that has the mountain, the den, and the troll, you need 1 for the mountain, 1 for the den, 1 for the troll, plus 2.
That's nice. And no one
Now,
ever-
also, keep in
We're up here on
mind
the
that,
round.
so, for yours, when you did the redeployment, it was actually when he conquered that, you could have taken those troops and put them elsewhere.
I did.
No, on that.
On that turn.
So
Okay.
when he goes into
Oh, I
decline, it
missed
still
it.
counts. So
No, only for you it does.
No, I'm
doesn't
talking
it?
about like if I go in decline wherever I have 2, you need 3.
No, yeah. It would be 1 for this, plus 2. So 4, 4, 4, 3, 3. Oh, 4, 3, 3, 3. Yes.
How's it 4 with the 2?
Because you have to have 1 for each token.
Plus, you also have to do 2.
You have to do 2 for the land.
It's just
And then
for the
okay,
land.
I wasn't thinking. I forgot about the 2. Okay, never mind. You're good. I got
It's
it.
one of those things. It's like
Base
you
2,
do it a couple of times,
then
you start to
yeah.
get the concept of it.
Yeah.
And again, the expansions for this, I would love to get my hands on. There's one that's a sky world type thing. You have sky zones to conquer. There's an underworld area, and then there's different race combinations. And then they add in like event cards and heroes. It's a lot of stuff to really expand this game out. And there's a map for 6 players, so. And while Saladin is commenting on his turn, I'm going to take the moment to thank Syrinscape for the background music that you're hearing. This particular soundboard is one that was released in conjunction with the Waterdeep Dragon Heist, the Troll Skull Manor relaxing music.
Oh.
Alright. I'm going to try here, so...
Alright, roll that die.
Okay, we're not trying
The
there.
winds of fate conspire against you, my friend.
Well, be glad we're not playing a Warhammer.
Yes, be glad indeed. That would have been a fail. Oh, I'm sorry. You take negative damage. What? Negative damage?
Alright, we're good then.
We're good?
Yeah.
Okay. I will roll the die to see if I can take this mountain.
That's a good move.
Hopefully I do not die on the mountain.
Oh, you
I
got
take the mountain.
Hooray!
Well,
Easily.
technically, then you have 1 extra.
You still can't use it. It's just...
Well,
personal.
no.
No, he's right. I could put 1 down, I could take 1 and reinforce somewhere else.
There you go.
Like, but I'll reinforce right there.
That'll work.
I'm going in decline.
You're gonna go in decline. All right, let's count up your
Let's count
victories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Regions.
7 regions, so 7 gold coins for him. Now you will flip over these 2 markers because they are gray as well. Here is your 7.
The elves.
Alrighty. Okay, so stand up for a second. Yes. Alright, so Graza, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So what numbers do we in tens?
Yeah, 10 is the highest one, so a combination of 10s.
That's 8. That's 7.
2 tens.
That's 7.
Yeah, 7.
No, I got
So
8.
you get 8.
Oh.
3, 6,
That's why I like-
7, 8. Huh?
Just give me a 3.
Sure.
There we go.
Pair of 10s. Alright, Sal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
10.
10. Okay.
Okay. Because remember, I haven't done...
Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I get 8. 3 and a 5. Alright.
I would like to trade 2 5s for a 10, please. Thank you.
Start of turn 6.
5s. 1 5.
Alright. 5 for Ryan.
Start of turn 6, you get
5.
to pick a new...
He gets to pick a race because of his special. That's
Remember, if you want the one that's above it, you have to put a coin
Yeah.
down to get the next one.
Okay, so
Yep.
what's the
So-
first one?
First one
Berserk.
is Berserk
Tritons.
Triton. Meaning Triton can conquer these things
The
other
ocean.
water.
with 1 less than it would take. So this would only take the 2.
So the water is 1.
No, that
No,
would-
he's referring to the fact that conquer all coastal regions bordering a sea or lake with 1 less Triton token than usual. So if you come in from here, to take this one, instead of it costing you 3, it would only cost you 2.
Right.
The next one up is the Hill Humans.
The Berserk is the one we were talking about. So for
conquering
each
point, you can roll a dice.
You can roll the dice.
For each square you want to move into.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's the next one up?
Next one is the Hill Humans.
The next one up.
Is bivouacking ghouls. Then underworld dwarves, and then fortified halflings. The bivouacking gets these tokens, and the fortified gets these tokens.
Okay, so bivouacking, deploy 5 encampments in your regions. Each encampment increases your region's defense by 1, and you can have multiple encampments in the same region.
Yes.
Bivouacking, what was it?
Ghouls.
Ghouls.
Your ghouls all stay on the map when you're going into decline. In addition, they may continue to conquer new regions during the following turns.
Bivouacking ghouls, how far up is that?
You would need 2.
2 coins.
2
2
coins.
victory tokens.
Well,
Alright, if you give in the 3, we'll give you 1 back.
yeah, I'll go with what was it? Bivouacking ghouls?
Bivouacking ghouls. So here's your 1.
Yeah.
And here are your ghoul tokens. And how many we got there? 10?
So he gets 1 back out of it.
Yeah, technically. Since someone already skipped a bunch of those.
I already
yours.
got the 1.
No, that's yours.
That's yours.
Oh.
That's
I
because
skipped
he
it.
skipped it. You get that 1.
Okay.
So you came out with
You only use 2.
Oh, that's
Or 1.
putting
scary.
in 2, you got 1 back. So
Flying Amazons? Oh, oof.
So 10.
So now you can start moving in.
Okay.
Let's see. Flying.
Bivouacking ghouls.
Yes, here are
There
your
it is.
bivouacs. Once you conquer regions, you can put up bivouacs in those areas to increase their defense.
So I can put it all from like 5 different regions.
Well, no, you're still gonna follow the same rules. It has to be on the edge of the map coming in. But now you can attack from this side or that side.
Yeah, anywhere there's not an occupying place.
Okay. But I can put, like, once I conquer a region, I can put that
Yes.
there with my token.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright. Is it okay? So there's 1 empty, or is that water?
This is empty. This is empty.
But that's
This
not
has a declining civilization in it. Then you start getting into Saladin or Volgraza's
But I
territories.
can only come in one way.
Well, you
Yes.
can come in.
Yes, you can only pick one area to come. Like you
That's
could
an
go
empty
here,
spot.
here, here, or whatever. You still have to come in from one
What's
spot.
that green? Are you on that green?
There's an empty
This one?
spot right here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
that
that's-
puts him right behind his current one, so he'd be doing hubris,
Eating
destroying
up
his
stuff.
own
Mm-hmm.
area. So
Okay.
he would want. Tactically, it's best to come in from an area from another corner.
Okay, so
So what happens if we go in decline? Where do we come in?
Somewhere where you have an opponent. The idea is to have the most areas under your control at
Yeah.
the end of the game.
Well, that's what I'm saying for him. I mean, he can come in anywhere. then.
Yes.
yeah.
Not just
even if
here.
there's a civilization there.
yeah,
Even
but
if there's a civilization there, you can come in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just have to pay your token cost to take over the civilization. Like right now, he could start taking over your troll ones as long as he had enough tokens to start overriding your trolls and your troll things. So the point is at the when that crown hit when we complete turn 9, whatever's on the board is the final tally.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Empty spot. That's 2.
And then this one?
Another
2.
empty spot is 2,
Okay.
and 3 is declining, right?
Yes.
3 declining,
Okay.
and then
You have 3 left, so you could.
what's that green one right there? Is that you?
This one? Yeah, that's Saladin.
Okay.
So,
All right.
3 would take that one.
and then you have this one. You
And then I
can't
can
really.
put-
that
and then I
one's-
can put the encampment on all of them if I wanted to.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Take the Saladin and then fortify. I put these. Put 4 down.
All right. You get
1,
to
2,
use
3,
that.
4. Still got 1 left.
So you say that for later.
Okay.
You can have multiple tents in your area, by the way.
But once you put them down, you can't move.
You can
them.
move them,
You
I
can.
think.
Can
It
you?
doesn't-
No. Can you move your encampments?
I don't think so. I think you can.
Bivouacking, let's see. Deploy 5 encampments in your region. Each encampment reaches that defense by 1. It doesn't say you can't move them, but you could refer to the guide.
And Scuba says?
Scuba says yes, you can redeploy them.
Okay.
All right.
Because you know what? With all board games, just like
Rules.
tabletop games,
House.
Rule 0.
Rule 0. House rules.
Game master or the game owner has final say.
There you go.
Which is actually a documented rule in Munchkin.
Alright, fortify.
Damn it.
I'll fortify the north one. One of the north ones.
Up here?
Yeah. Whichever one, don't matter.
That works.
Yeah, that's a good spot. Okay.
Alrighty, which brings us to Graza.
Well,
Rules
I
stay around the
actually,
map. When going into
not
decline,
gonna be able to
additionally, they
actually-
continue to conquer new
Looks like you
regions
have
during the
2
fall.
unless you want to start
Yeah,
leaving areas.
The ghouls are
open.
beasts. You can still conquer after being in decline.
Well, technically they're undead, so yeah. Why should death stop them?
No, I'm just saying that's pretty beast mode.
What?
They can conquer and decline. It's still beast mode.
Yeah,
It's, I meant, yeah, they're undead, but still.
they keep going. Now, Graza, what you can do is you can take, if you have 2 to work with, you can also take up ones in other currently occupied regions, but it means you're sacrificing getting victory coins for those regions at the end of the turn. But if you feel you have no more moves, then this would be a moment where you would go into decline, and that would be the end of your turn until the start of your next one.
Yeah.
Can you
actually
can you continually like move your tokens?
No, once they
No,
go into
once you're
decline,
Once you go
that
into
race
decline,
basically.
unless you have a racial ability like that, once you go into decline, that's it. That is where they stay.
So if you had 2 tokens, could you put those 2 tokens somewhere else?
Nope.
No.
They stay there. Like, these can never move again.
No, I'm not saying decline. Like you said, he has 2.
He has 2. He can redeploy to fortify.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
But right now, his border is pretty solid.
Yeah.
So if anything, it's because every one of them has that troll den in it, which is going to stay even if he's in decline, which makes it more difficult for the next person to come in and take those regions.
Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and go into decline.
All right, we will go ahead and flip your tokens over. All right, you flip your main thing over, and now you will wait until your next turn to pick a new race.
Awesome.
Saladin. Okay. Here it is, just to remember. Going into decline, flip your race banner so it's in decline state. Discard your special power badge. Flip your race token in each region to the decline state. Discard all others. If you already have an in decline race on the board, discard all the tokens and place the race banner. Okay, so here's the kicker. You can only have 1 race in decline.
Okay.
So if you were to get to the point where you had 2 races and your second race has to go into decline, you have to discard all of your first race.
Okay, so they go away on the map.
They go away. Right now, because you want to decline, all of the extras would come off the map. Only a single race token per. So you've already Saladin already pulled yours or no? That's it. You had 2 extra ones.
Okay.
All right, these will go back in the box. So now the races are in decline in those areas.
So wait, you said okay. So when a second race goes in decline, it removes the tokens on the other ones.
Yes.
Yeah, basically. You can
So
only
right now,
have-
if you were to go into decline here, and then pick another race, then all of your elves would have to come off the board.
Okay,
Does
no,
that
but
make
you
sense?
took the ones off of mine. That's what I was trying to understand.
Flip 1 race token in each region onto its decline side. Discard all the others.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, you're right.
Learning.
We got to have this discussion, otherwise people don't understand how to play, and this
No,
is
it's
where
okay.
No,
This is
I'm
where
learning,
fights
That's
occur.
why I'm asking.
I probably
wanna
would have
know.
made a different
Plus,
move.
I'm using the knowledge when I go and dive into risk.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would have made actually a different move, but I don't have enough. It's fine, so it's all good.
Learning curve. Tactic.
All right, but I'll
But if
Okay.
this goes in decline, all the
Your
elves
turn's
are
done
gone.
I
If
know,
you
I'm just
wanted
saying
it,
that
and you
before
picked
my
another
turn
race.
ended,
Yeah.
could I do the diplomacy thing before it ended?
Can you go in decline and just?
I'll let
not
you
have
call
a
it
turn?
this time. Who you on diplomacy against?
Rye.
All right.
Does that mean I can't conquer you
No.
You
next
can't
turn?
attack. Yeah.
No. Next turn, your next turn, you cannot attack his regions.
Okay.
And that's only for that. And then after that, it's up to you.
After that, it's free game.
But you can constantly refortify and not go in decline. Is that what I'm trying to understand?
Yeah.
You can.
As long as you don't have to go into decline. Going into decline is an option.
So
And that's if you want to keep, because the idea is to expand to have as much territory you control.
Yeah.
And of course, once you go decline, your special ability goes out. Like, because of me getting extra points, then I would lose that.
Mm-hmm. Unless your racial had an added ability to let you keep earning money and additional money. I believe there's a token either in an expansion that allows.
So I don't get any money once I go in decline of how many I still own under my decline one.
No.
Oh yes, wait.
You will.
Yeah, never mind.
You will. You will still get paid for the areas you have territory in.
Alright. We are going to put that over there. We are good.
Good? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll the die to take over the region next to mine.
Because you have one, so
Only
you
have
need
one to work
three.
with.
Yeah. Two. Look at that.
Good enough. So I will move into this region. That will probably be the last turn for the seafaring orcs.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that is the end of that turn. So now we'll do the count up. Let's see. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for Rye. Graza, you have how many different?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
So 8 more for Graza. And Saladin, you
10.
have 10.
Because I took over what he got.
Fair enough.
That's why I went back over there.
All right.
I would love
And
to.
I will go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for me.
And then
Oh, plus an additional because I took over a race. So
2
11.
5s for a 10, please.
Alrighty. That is the end of turn 6. 3 turns left to see who will come out on top. Alrighty. Rye, you're first.
I can't conquer water because I'm not seafaring, even if you're there. I can't get diplomacy, so I can't do you. I have 3 below me that he's on.
Where his heroes are is unconquerable as well.
Okay, so that one with the circle is unconquerable.
Yeah, because
Correct.
trying
This
to-
one's
yeah.
uncon. This one and this one are.
And
This one, if you get near it.
So you can do these ones or these ones. But
well,
Well, you
you're
could
over
also
there.
you could
I
also
can't.
go conquer here, move into here because that one's uncontested.
right.
yep.
How much do it take to take that one right here?
This one right here.
It's a
There will
base
be
of
5.
2 plus
5,
3.
yeah.
B5.
5.
So it'd be.
You can
So you have
also
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to work with, plus the reinforcement dice.
And remember, you can keep rolling. You can roll it to take over this.
No, he doesn't have Berserk.
No,
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
He
Well,
can-
yes, he can
he
still
can
roll.
roll
How
it.
many do I have?
you have 6.
So technically, you can take this over and then roll it to see if you can get enough to take over that.
Or I can just reinforce.
Yes.
Or you can
do that.
reinforce.
Because I can't go north.
Not this turn.
Not this turn. So, and it's 5 for that. What about the little skinny? Am I touching
This one?
this? Is
This
5
one would
too?
be
That's in your
4.
board.
That
That's
would
also
be 4. I'm gonna have 5.
6.
6.
Oh.
So, yeah, this would be 4. Either way, you could roll a die to take this. If you went to this one, you could roll a die to take this one, or you could go here and roll a die to take this, or go here and roll a die to take this.
Well,
Either way, you're probably gonna have to roll a die to
yeah.
or reinforce. You can take
I'm
one.
just going to reinforce those 2 greens. How many do I have? 6?
6.
Yeah, so you got 4 places.
1, 2, 3. Well, I'm not reinforcing that top one, just the bottom ones. How many do I have left in your hand?
I have 3, so I could do one more this way, or
1, 1, and 1. And then move one of those encampments over to the green, the light green.
this one.
Yeah.
All right. Not bad. Graza.
Okay. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and take the Berserk Tritons.
Alrighty.
Let's see, I get I think 10 coin.
10 Tritons.
And then
No. Trent, you get
I know,
2, 3, 4.
but is this the number I get for how many troops I get, or
yes. That's how many troops you get.
Yes, the
Not
2
how many
numbers
points.
combined is the total number of troops you get.
okay? And then these 2 coins.
6. 10. Yep. Here are your 10 Tritons, sir.
Awesome. Let's see.
Trade this for a 3.
Real quick, let me just kind of go over the things. Conquer all coastal regions and see what
And 10.
Okay, good. And then Berserk Witch.
I'll do some converting as well.
Conversion. Well, we're sitting here.
2
Okay.
10s.
I would like to roll a conquest die, please. Alright, that's fine. So I need 4. Wait, is it minus because I do it for coastal regions, or like?
No, you 1 less. One
one
less.
less for these.
So if you wanted
Only
to take this
this,
one, it
these.
would cost you 2.
But I can start in the. Oh,
You can start
Yeah.
here. It's just any region that's occupied.
So you can start right here, and it would cost you only 2.
oh, okay.
So this is null and void. So basically, it would cost you 3, but because of yours, it would cost you 2.
All right,
You just take one
Let's
off.
start there. And then from there, we'll take the one to the south.
That one is 3. Yep. Okay.
And
Well, whose was this?
Elves were Ryan.
Yeah, so that's why I was going to give it to him.
No,
so-
it goes in the book.
Okay.
It goes in the box.
go north. Is that like cost me 3 as well, or 2?
Yeah,
2.
Oh,
2.
that would cost you 2.
Coastal.
Yes, it's on the coast. Okay.
So yeah, I can.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
can
gonna do
redeploy.
Yeah, you can redeploy.
Yeah.
And then, let's see. Go ahead and roll the conquest dice for me again since I have Berserk. Still nothing. I'll go ahead and reinforce the forest. And then spend 2 on... Actually, no.
Yeah. 2. You can take this one.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, and that ends my turn.
All right, Saladin.
Alright. We're going to roll some dice. See if I can grab that. Nope. Okay, so we're good. You know what? We are going to go decline.
All right. Start flipping your tiles.
it's 2? Or no? No.
It's 2 for the base for the land, 1 for the troop. So if there's a tile there, or if there's a token there, it's 3, unless you have a race ability.
Yeah, these will cost 4. These will be 3. Alright. I am also going to go into decline. Alright. Alright.
Doing a 3 for 3.
Alright. Now we'll count
So
up.
I will get to trade these 5 and 5 for 10.
6, 7, 8, 9. 9 for Rye. 3 and 1 for Rye. Graza, you get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sal, did you already grab yours or no?
Not yet.
2,
It doesn't
4,
matter.
6, 8, 10 for you. And I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Check before my 10 rolled that way.
No.
He's lost his 10.
Wait. Is this it?
Yes, this is it.
Right.
Here we go.
That 10 went rolling.
Alrighty.
Went really far.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep that 10 a rolling.
Alright. 2 turns left. Turn number 8. Rye, you are up first.
So, okay, so
Yeah, still have 6 troops to work with.
okay, 6 troops. That mountain range right above me. How much is that going to take?
This one?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What about the one to the next?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, and then on the south it's 3.
3, 3, 4.
4.
How many do I have?
6.
Take the desert.
The farmland right here?
Oh, okay, farmland. That's 3. How many do I have left?
3.
3.
You can take this one, or you can even come over here and take this.
You missed 3 for the mountain?
Yeah.
Yes. 3 for the mountain or 3 for here.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Take the mountain.
Alright.
And then I want to move a camp there. And then move the camp from there to here. Yeah.
Okay. Just kind of restack that. Now, since you're already here, you can redeploy. Do you want to pull one back to reinforce there, or leave all 3 there?
Okay. So I can just leave 1 here, right?
Yeah, you can leave 1 here and then reinforce.
Okay. Reinforce the edges. No, take the one off that. No. Back toward the water and reinforce that back one. Yeah.
That one? Okay. You good with that?
Wait. I can take one off this one too?
Yeah.
you can take 2 off that one.
Oh, I didn't even realize there's 2.
Yeah.
Okay, reinforce the edges again. Put 1 there. And put 1 there. Yeah.
Okay. Not bad. You're good with that?
Yeah, I'm good.
Grasso, you're up. You get... Let's see, we have 2, 3, 5, 6.
Okay. Good.
Where would you like to go?
Let's see. To the east of the mountain. We'll take that for 2 or for 3.
This one?
Yes.
Alright.
And then roll the redeploy dice. Because I'd need 4 for that, wouldn't I? For the next mountain.
Mm-hmm.
This one?
Yeah.
No.
No? 2 for the base. Oh,
2,
wait.
1.
Yeah, you're right, because it's by water.
So 3.
Yeah. So, I'll take the mountain.
2, 1, and then, yeah. So, well, let's see, you need 2, plus the mountain 3, plus this 4. You'd only need 3 to take that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then I can redeploy my troops.
Oh, I don't know why I flipped them over on you.
It's okay. Okay, I'll redeploy my other troops by the border. So my 2 border towns.
Here?
Yes. Just spread them evenly if they're evenly. If not, then most of the troops on the area where there's not a mountain.
There we go.
That'll work.
Okay.
Yes. That will do.
Alright. Saladin. Which one are you taking? Flying Amazons.
So I get 11.
2, 4,
I'll be right back.
6,
And the fun begins. You might not
flying.
want to go that
8.
yet.
Flying
That's fine.
Amazons.
I'll be right back.
11.
What's Amazons do?
believe
During
that's
your
11.
conquest, you may use 4 additional Amazons. And then flying, you can go anywhere.
Correct.
Oh, wait. What was that saying again?
Flying, you can go anywhere, and in Amazons, during your conquest, you may use 4 additional Amazons. What does that? So you get 4 more?
Yep. He gets...
Why do you think I was sitting here waiting patiently? Because he took the one I wanted to get.
Uh-huh.
Because that was my plan to get that.
Oh, strategy's changing. Oh, no. What are we
I
going
know.
to do?
But then I seen this, and I'm like, oh, yes. So, let the fun begin. So, I am sorry to all. I'll just point this out currently. So, we are going to start with that.
That's 3 right now. Yeah. No, I don't. I'm trying to remember the count in my head. Is it 3 when it's... or 2 when it's...
3 when there's already a civilization there.
Okay.
If there's no civilization, it's 2.
Okay. Blank 2, anything 3. And then everything will add depending on what's there.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you can be sporadic. For sure. He's just making sure nobody.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
That's how you want to do it. Alright. I will lay down my 3, and I will take Spirit Ratman.
Oh hey, Scuba, does the troll dens
Stay.
even if they're
Yes.
Stewart,
Yes,
what?
they do.
okay?
Spirit Ratman.
Hence why I left them.
Right. No race benefit other than the sheer number.
Yes. Because they get
8 for
8.
your base.
Yeah.
8 and 5 is 14, though.
Yep. So he's 1 less than what I have.
Yeah.
But he also is stuck going by land.
Yeah.
He does not. He can pick one place to start on the border. I do not.
Yeah. Flying.
Oh, and when
Correct.
his race dies or goes into decline, he can actually... They don't count toward the decline limit. That's what Spirit does.
But we're pretty much on the last, second to the last turn. So right now,
So
he's doing the same thing I was, or I am.
sheer numbers.
Correct.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So I have 13 tokens, yet I can have up to 14. Yep, 13 tokens, so 13 Ratmen to start.
Yes.
So, yeah. It's a good way to kick this off. As spirited...
Only counts for decline.
Yeah.
Basically, if you go into decline, it doesn't count towards your limit, so you could technically...
Well, we don't have to worry about the spirit.
Oh, yeah. We're not going to worry about that.
He's not going to decline.
No.
In the one turn.
One turn left, so... let's see. I guess we'll start here. And here. And here. And here. Now roll the dice to go here. So I need 2. Either 2 or better. Nope.
Nope. The winds of fate say no.
That puts me there. So, tallying up, right, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Am I counting that right?
Yeah, I think so.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. 5, 3, and 1. Here's your 9. Graza, you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Am I counting that right?
Yeah.
12?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. 12 for Graza.
So,
Here's a 10 and 2.
thank you very much.
Alright, Saladin, we have 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
You
Okay.
get one less than what I was doing before.
Alright, I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to get 9 as well.
2 10s. Here's 5s for a 10, and then 3 3s and 1 for a 10.
Alright.
So it's my turn again.
Yep, last turn.
Okay, last turn.
Excuse me.
So to take that other green below me would be 4.
This one? Yes.
How many do I have? 1.
Well, technically you have all
Actually,
of them, as long as you
For
redeploy
the
back.
green below here, it's 2. Or 3, actually.
Yeah, this one will be 3. You have 4. You technically you have more. You can keep going as long as you can reinforce back to keep your occupied stuff.
That's 4 there, right?
That's 4 here.
And I need 4.
You need
For the
3 for
mountain, you
this.
need 4.
I need
For the
3.
mountain, you need
4,
3.
4 for this. 3 for this. Well, you need to get.
You gotta go there first to get to there.
Okay. So 3 to take that one.
All right.
And then I would need to roll a 3 to try to take that other green.
Technically, yeah.
No.
Okay.
So let's see, you're down here.
I'm right here.
Okay. I have encampments there. So there's nobody above me except for that trench of trolls.
Mm-hmm.
We got camps here.
Yeah, here,
How many
here.
do I have left?
You have 1 left.
Okay.
Unless you, I mean, you can pull back for stockpiling, but
Okay.
So technically you have 3 to work with.
Okay. Reinforce at least put 1 here. No, 1 here. Take 1 off of there, and reinforce this one.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. You good with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Oh. Taking these. All right. 4 loose ones.
Okay. 2, 3 here. And I'll roll the dice. Actually, just go ahead and roll the dice real quick. Perfect. So that's taken with 1. And roll dice again for that one.
This one?
Yes. So put 2 there. And have 1. How many left? 1?
You technically have 2 left.
2 left. Perfect. Okay, roll again, please. That's okay. Alright, so pull the force from there. Reinforce here. 1 more.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Solid.
So, get a little out of there.
Yeah.
Kick you out of there.
Actually, I can redeploy it.
Yes, you can
At the end.
you can reinforce them as soon as
As soon as I'm done. And 2 left. I'm gonna roll dice. Ooh, even better.
So which one are you going for next?
Let's see if I'll kick him out of here.
Okay.
Yep.
So I can redeploy. now.
Yes.
Both of you guys can redeploy your troops as you see fit.
Okay. Put that right there. And then. Up there. Yeah.
Alright. Leaves me.
Mm-hmm.
For here. Put that there, pull that back.
You're upside down.
Yeah, I noticed. Alright. I'm gonna roll the die for this mountain region. Cool. Let me take that.
So is that 4? You put 3 in? Yeah.
Yep. Gives me 2 left, which
Can't take
I burned
anything.
my roll to do
Yeah.
that. So
Now it's a reinforcement roll.
it doesn't matter. I'm the last one to go.
Yep.
Alrighty, that is the end of the turn. So now we tally up.
I got 1 left here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 gold.
7. Oops. There's your 7.
Graza, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
10 room, please. No, thank you.
Saladin is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8, 9.
Okay. And I am getting 1, 2, 3.
I'm paying a
4,
1
5.
to get a 10.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To me,
I'd like to change 5 ones and a 5.
6.
3.
10.
Wait a minute.
No, you're fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Get a 3.
Well, we're doing the count up now.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's still. So,
Make it easier.
All right. Alrighty. Now let's see who had the most spaces. I had 11.
I had 9 at the end.
9. How many did you
I had 11.
have? You had 11?
I think I had 7.
Okay. So as far as territory, Rouse and I are tied. Now count up your coins, and that is
80.
20, 30, 40,
I'm at
50,
75.
60, 68.
68.
85.
Alrighty. Saladin is the winner.
Yay.
Fist bump.
Congratulations!
I don't know if you guys understood what I
you
was
were
doing.
Yeah.
Well-
I was surprised you guys didn't go for the magic thing sooner.
Okay, well, see, this is something I remembered as we were playing that we never really went over. When you go and expand, you can pick up all your tiles and keep expanding as long as you can reinforce back. We've been playing where we left a tile on each zone we kept as we move forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nuanced thing I didn't really feel. I realized as we were going through,
I know, I read that too as well.
but I didn't
Yeah,
want
same
to
here.
break
I read
up
it,
the
but-
way we were playing. So
It's safer that way anyway.
Yes.
Because you could abandon it, but it won't count as you can abandon that section even if you couldn't deploy back to it. You technically abandon it, but it won't count as it won't count.
I guess.
Yeah.
So at least this way we made sure we kept our revenue streams up.
I mean, even knowing that if I knew that, I still probably would have just kept
I would have
the
played
same
it safe too.
because I was like,
fun.
play just
So
safe.
it's a good game. So
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah. And it is now 10 o'clock.
We have 2 hours and 7 minutes we've been streaming, and we have 3 people watching.
Yay! Thanks for hanging out
Yay,
with us this
thank
long.
you.
Hope you enjoyed the game. That was a small world.
After all.
So it doesn't look
really?
like we're going to get
You
to
had to do that?
Munchkin.
Yes, I did.
No, not
Not
this time.
Not now.
But what do you say next week we do Munchkin?
That sounds like
That-
that sounds fun.
Yeah. All right.
We can try.
And we have a choice of Munchkins, so we'll put this out for the for the watchers. We have Zombie Munchkin, Munchkin Conan,
Conan.
Cause my enemies see them driven before me in the
Vanilla
lamentation of the
Munchkin.
women.
So basically, anybody that's still
And
watching us, if you go
Munchkin
to
Marble.
Facebook, you go to Scuba Studio Facebook, we will probably be putting up a poll, and we'll run it up until Monday or Sunday, and you can pick which Munchkin we will play and talk about some other things, because we still missed our one topic that I will mention, and probably will drive people nuts that we didn't talk about it. So, anime.
Dub or
Dub?
sub?
Or sub. Which do you choose?
Maybe
So
we do
we
a
will
debate
also
forum.
maybe put that up there in the topic for the poll as well to give us a little more topic or speaking points from the comments
Which is
for
superior.
next Tuesday. So I hope you guys join, and you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll bring it over
sit
to
We'll
bring it over
like you're
to.
cleaning up.
I know you're cleaning up, but you're also blocking the camera. Not that
I'm
I'm all that special.
So we'll drop it over to Scuba to do his outro.
Alrighty.
Yes. Woo!
So, kicking that up with our contact info, you can reach Rye at
Incubus Trav on Instagram. Like, send a friend request, do anything you want to. Pictures galore.
Alright, you can find me at ScubaCod or on Twitter and the social medias. Graza, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter for the artwork I do at Jamin Allen 1. The number
to
1.
camera.
I am talking to camera.
And Saladin, how can we find you for all your wonderful insight and wisdom and winning streak?
Sitting at home. No, you can
Find
find
him at
me
home.
on Discord under the name Saladin. I do not have really a place to go just yet. I don't use Twitter. I don't use Instagram. I don't use any of that stuff. But you can find me on Discord if you want to ping me on there. And if you have any questions about coding or just want to get in touch for something I said, Yeah, you might be able to get me to answer.
But remember, all inquiries fall under rule number 1. We'll keep that as rule secret.
Also, you can, as Saladin was alluding to, go to facebook.com/Scuba Studio with a 0 instead of an O at the end, and go ahead and comment and let us know what you thought. As Saladin said, we'll try and put a poll up for the next week's game. You can also check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Scuba Studio. Search for Scuba and Arai. Also, you can see build videos that I do on Wednesdays, Monday night gameplay videos, as well as our review videos when we did series reviews of The Witcher and Mandalorian Season 1. I think that's it. Is there anything I'm missing? Oh, yeah, if you like this content, like the stuff we're doing, like to keep having this roundtable discussion and see what we can do, consider joining us on Patreon, patreon.com/Scuba Studio. All the support there helps keep us evolving the studio and doing more cool things, getting better equipment and whatnot, so consider doing that. Also, be sure to give us likes on our Facebook, likes on our YouTube, likes and comments here on Twitch and or Mixer. And with that, I think we're good, guys. So thank you for hanging out with us. Hope the quarantine doesn't get you down, and we will see you next week.
Support your local
restaurants, everything.
Oh,
Local.
yes.
Support local.
Support local in this time
Take
of
a walk.
crisis.
That won't kill you.
Maybe.